Good morning. This is Lynx, and I am going to I'm doing this video on my new oracle, which is the Go Ask Alice oracle, which is based on the Alice in Wonderland archetypes and the story. A book that I read many years ago on a break from college. I was an English major at the time, and I had been reading all of the canon that they expected me to read, and on my Christmas break I read Alice in Wonderland and asked myself, was there any symbolism in this book? And that question has been running around in my subconscious ever since. And I developed this particular oracle based on the answers that my subconscious has given me over the last couple decades. So this is the coin that comes with it. It is the mushroom and the bottle. It comes in. This is the thick version. It also comes in a thinner version. Okay, but this is the eat me, drink me. One side makes you taller. One side makes you smaller. I'll show you how that works in a second. Now, I'm still working on the book for this one, but a lot of people have already ordered this oracle, so I thought I'd get a video down real fast just to give people some sense. So we got the rabbit, which has to do with possibilities, new worlds, fortune, prosperity, opening up to a whole new set of experiences, taking a risk, finding yourself in a new place where maybe things are unfamiliar. Mad Hatter has to do with sort of manias, obsessions. It can be passion, but it's not the sort of passion that comes with the Queen of Hearts. The Queen of Hearts has to do with sort of single truth passion, obsessions, being rigid, being limited, and then he would be the opposite, sort of being not being rigid, being maybe undisciplined. The Cheshire Cat is all about sort of magic or the unusual, the surprise, guidance, enthusiasm. The hookah caterpillar, the caterpillar with the hookah, is all about changing your state. I'm going to show you how these work in a second. So changing the state, when this one comes up, it usually has to do with you have to change the state that you're in to get what you want to get out of the situation. And then, of course, there's Alice. Okay. So let me explain how this all works. Alice basically is that part of each one of us that's the core self. She represents that kid that was all of us, the kid that had passion and drive and wonder and curiosity and didn't listen to what adults told us was the truth. We wanted to find out for ourselves. We're always willing to explore. She is the sort of spirit, the driving force of all of this. This oracle is really designed to help people get back to that part of themselves. So now you can use this as a regular oracle. So I say, what would be the outcome of something? Let's say I got the Mad Hatter, and someone's trying to find out the success of a situation. I'd say, well, in this situation, I'd flip the coin, and I got this. And I'd say, well, watch for someone's overzealous enthusiasm in this situation. Let's say it's a relationship. Someone's saying, hey, is this relationship going to work? I'd say, okay, you gotta pull back on the obsession here. You gotta not be too obsessed with the other person because you're going to drive them away. Okay, so this sort of amplifies. It can also be used as the sun. It can be seen as the sun. This can be seen as the moon, the bottle. It sort of takes away from. Okay, so I'd say, okay, someone's zealousness in this relationship, or someone's over obsession in this relationship is gonna make it crash here. Okay, so it can be used that way. It can be used as a regular divinatory tool. But this, where it really shines, it can also be a creative tool to say, okay, so I'm working on a story. Let's say I'm working on a story, and I need to know where the story goes next. Okay, so again, it's this, and then I'd ask. Okay, so I'd say, so go put yourself in a situation where you're doing something that you're very passionate about that has nothing to do with the story, and the answer for where the story comes next will come from that. So let's say I'm obsessed with hiking, or I'm obsessed with a sport, or I'm obsessed with going to the movies or something like that. and you have to use your intuition to find out what it is. It's like, okay, so increase your passion about the thing that you're really sort of nuts about, that you're crazy about, that you really like to lose yourself in. Go lose yourself in that thing. Maybe it's a workout, maybe it's a walk in the woods, whatever it is. And when you do, let the subconscious get to it and let it emerge. See? So it can be used as a creative tool. So let's say I rolled the caterpillar. Change your state. Okay, I'm struggling with a story. Change your state. All right, so I'm in a state right now where I'm focused on the story, and so I do something to change my state, and I'm going to flip the coin and ask what it could be. All right, so you're spending all your time thinking about this. Go do something where you don't think. Go do something where you put yourself in a situation where you're just doing something repetitive. So maybe I go out and garden, or maybe I go out and work on something, or maybe I go build something, or maybe I go to the gym and lift weights and don't think, and let that emerge. So it can be used as a creative tool too. And the book's going to explain these methods and what each one means in this situation. Okay, but here's the thing too. If you want to get back to yourself, okay, this is where the Oracle really shines. This is all about creating successful outcomes. This Oracle works for creating successful outcomes. So I want to find out how to make a certain situation succeed. Okay, so let's say, of course, I have no example right now. Let's say I'm starting a new business, all right, and I want to figure out how to make this business succeed, or what specifically do I need to do to make this business succeed. Okay, this is where this is really cool, because this is a really active Oracle. Okay, it shows you how to make the outcome happen, how to make your future happen, because that's kind of what Alice was. Alice was all about, she decided she was going to go in, she was going to take a risk, and she was going to find a whole new way to experience life, because she was bored in her current situation. So, how do I make my business succeed? Okay, so I got the white rabbit. And then I'm going to ask this. You've got to take a risk. You've got to take a risk and go into a situation where you've never found it before. So let's say I'm going to go into an area and advertise in a new situation where I've never done it before, and I'm going to find an incredible amount of fortune and success coming from that. Okay? So again, you got to use your intuition with this, and these are designed to force you to use your intuition. If you focus on and meditate on the idea of the rabbit, you can even do a meditation where you put yourself going down the hole and find what it is that you need, and ask the Oracle what it is that you find and what it means. So let's say I go down the hole and I find a watch, and I ask, well, what does that mean? So the watch is related to changing my state, because it's the caterpillar. And then is it increasing or decreasing? Decreasing. Okay. So it's telling me stop worrying about time, or stop wasting time, which would be the advice in this particular case. Stop wasting time. So let's say, so I got him, I put myself in a meditation where I followed the rabbit down the hole. I saw his watch. His watch is what came to me. I asked the Oracle what it means. It tells me it's all about changing your state, and it's the bottle, which makes things smaller or shrinks it, or is the moon. And then it tells me, okay, you have a subconscious worry about time, or the fact that you think that you're getting older. That could be one of the answers. Don't let that stop you. Second part, it can be all about not wasting time, or about not being so concerned that time's bearing down on you. So you start to interact with this Oracle in a dynamic way, and I'm going to show you in some more videos, and with some real situations where I use with clients, and I'm going to show you in the book how to do that. So remember, one side makes you taller, one side makes you smaller. So the mushroom's about increasing whatever energy rolls up. So if it comes up here, the Cheshire Cat, and this, it's like, look, increase your connection to that which is wondrous. Get out of the mundane. Stop doing the day-to-day, 9-to-5 routine that you're always doing, and put yourself in a situation where you have to see things in a new light, in a wondrous light, and you will find guidance when you're there. That's how you do it. So this is really good for problem solving, for getting you out of your neocortex, which gives you the same answers over and over and over again. And quite frankly, the neocortex doesn't have the answers for what you're looking for. The deeper part of you does. When you interact with something like this, and the imagery from this story is very, very powerful. The archetypes from this story are very, very powerful. They can really help you by interacting with them, break out of patterns that you get. So this helps you break out of patterns. This oracle actually can be used as an outcome oracle. It can tell you, the success of something. It can tell you, what's going to happen with this relationship. It can tell you, so someone has the question, my mother's sick, and it comes up. All right. So the Cheshire Cat, go. The bottle. Okay. So that would tell me perhaps that something needs to be removed or something needs to be changed in her diet and lessened in her diet that's making her feel that way. All right. Could also tell me that she needs to change her attitude completely and stop ignoring the signs that she's getting from her body and start to listen to her body. See? So that's how you do it. So it can be used in all sorts of ways. I'm very excited about it. I already started, when I printed the first die, before it was even completed, I was using another version of it with images I wasn't crazy about. It still worked. I was working with clients. It's a really, really interesting tool for working with yourself, for figuring things out, for connecting with that inner child. So let's say someone out there right now is watching. How do they get back to their inner child? The white rabbit. How do they get back to that Alice inside of them? You've got to take more risks. You have been playing it easy, you've been playing it safe because you think security is the way to get what you want. The rabbit is telling you that you have to take risks. You've got to go in a whole new direction, and you've got to end up in a place that you've never been before. Get in your car, drive, go somewhere you've never been before, talk to people you've never been before, join something new that you've never been part of. Go and experience a whole new situation in life or group of people that you normally wouldn't, that you'd normally be afraid of. Go see what they can teach you. Look at things from a whole new perspective. Don't play it safe. In other words, don't pick up a book and read it, because that was the whole point. Alice in the beginning, she was being taught from a book, and she thought that they were boring. And she said, books without pictures are very, very boring. So put yourself in the situation. So don't, do the same thing over and over again. Oh, I'm going to learn something new by picking up a new book. No, try something new. Put yourself in a situation where you experience it, where your senses have to experience it, where you can pick it up, touch it, taste it, smell it, all of that stuff. And you have to experience something new. That's how you shake things up. That's how you start to get back. And then pay attention to what happens. And pay attention to what an inner part of you is telling you. Because there is an Alice inside of you, and you can simply ask your subconscious, what's inside there? What are you trying to tell me? And listen to that part of you, and listen very closely. It's not easy, because we've spent so much of our life getting disconnected from this. We start as kids, we kind of know who we are, and then immediately people start taking that away from us. They start to put their expectations on us, start to put their rules on us, they start to put their rigidity on us. That's all the Queen of Hearts stuff. That's what the Queen of Hearts is. You have to live in my society, my rules, off with your head. This is about getting back to the rules that are deep down inside of you that are more natural to who you really are. I'm Lucky Lynx. This is the Go Ask Alice Oracle. If you want to get a hold of one, private message me or send me an email. I'll show you how to do it. It's going to be on my Etsy page soon, but it's not going to be there till I get the book done. In the meantime, I hope this video helps and teaches you a little bit about how you can use it. There's a lot more ways that you can use it. Once you start using it and playing with it, it'll talk to you, and it'll teach you exactly what it is that you need to do with it, because there is some part of you inside of you that is attracted to this right now because it's trying to get out. So I'm wishing you success and good fortune. You guys have a wonderful day.